All right, we are back to another edition of Megatron Draws, and today we're going to be working on Jinx from Teen Titans. It's been we're just working this one a couple months ago. Didn't really get around to it, finishing it off. So we're gonna do it today. Just fix the camera up real quick. There we go. Much better. But yeah, it's been a good couple weeks now since I've done a stream. Well, I did I did the discussion stream a couple weeks ago. So, but not a real full on Megatron draw stream. So yeah. I see we got Corey in the chat. I see Power. Yeah, this is Jinx from Teen Titans. She was, it's been a while since I watched the cartoon, but I remember her basically having the power. I think her power was that she was able to give people bad luck, or rather able to turn luck into her favor, I guess. I can't remember how her powers necessarily worked. It was kind of a weird thing, but she's cute, so we're drawing her. That's all I need to know. All right, so we're going to kind of start off with some, because she has kind of like a grayish, sort of purplish skin tone to her. So we start off with some BV31, which is kind of a pale lavender color. It'll kind of move into different shades as we move along here. So, yeah. And I also saw Grumpy in the chat earlier, but apparently it's not showing up on the StreamYard side of things, or on YouTube, but for that matter. So, but I see you, Grumpy. I saw you earlier. And in the poll, I just put up. Hold on. Let me just. Sorry, my voice is still screwed up. Wow. Brotherhood Evil is for now, obviously. Yeah, I thought for sure Slade would be #1, but that could probably change pretty soon. So try and highlight all the shadows first and foremost. All right. I'm gonna try and use less, as much as possible. She's supposed to have a very sort of pale sort of skin to her. In the thumbnail, she actually has a lot more of a flesh tone, but in the cartoon, she actually had a bit more of a grayish sort of skin tone to her. So we're going for the cartoon look, mostly, this one. But it was a beautiful piece of artwork, so I had to use it. Just going to use it for lightly. She's voiced by Lauren Tom. Yep. And then she has some flesh sticking out here. So. Just indicate a little bit of the muscle line there. And I guess that'd be a collarbone or something. Just a little bit of shadow for her necklace. Right there. Let's make sure the video is nice and crisp. Ooh, there's some pencil lines I got to get rid of. Just going to very lightly indicate some knuckles there. Okay. Now we kind of mapped out our skin tones. I go in with some cool grays now. Got C1, cool gray 1. For those wondering which colors I'm using, because I know there's probably some people out there who might want to know. So I'll do my best to kind of make note of which ones I'm using. I'm just kind of pull into the whites a bit. That's kind of how we're going to kind of go with this. So I want to keep a little bit of the highlights intact. I think she has like a little blush on her eyes. Yeah. Add that in as well. Oh, what is going on? Oh, reference being weird. Yeah, I clicked on something I shouldn't have. Hey, Mads, how's it going? Thank you. You're out just in time. Okay. I almost wish I was doing this one with watercolors, actually. I think she'd be a really cool character to do in watercolor and Copics, but we're doing it on blending card, so can't really do that right now. Okay. Okay, just add a little shadow there. I'm trying to zoom in just a little bit more. It's a little high up. There we go. It's a little bit better. It's a bit better. All right. But yeah, Teen Titans is one of those shows that really. I used to watch the cartoon all the time. Actually, when I was younger, it's kind of my probably one of my first biggest exposures, honestly, to the whole DC universe at large. Honestly, because it's like I was really drawn into the show because I had Robin in it. I was like, whoa, Robin, cool. It's like because I was always kind of a Robin fan when I was younger. So I used to dress as him. So I remember one time I dressed as Robin. And my brother was Batman for Halloween once. So I've always kind of had a, Robin's always kind of has always had a special place in my heart over the years. And then when I saw him in Teen Titans, I was just like, holy crap, he's with these other heroes. Like, who are these characters? It's like, so it kind of broadened my perspective on the DC universe, kind of got me really into it. As well as that Batman Superman animated movie that was kind of taken. Well, it took the world's finest 3-part crossover in the Superman animated series and turned into like a little movie. And I had that on DVD. So those are my two big entries into the DC universe at large. So this show will always kind of have a really special place in my heart because of that. And not just because of nostalgia, but because it's actually a really good show. That unfortunately got canceled when it probably shouldn't have, because there's a lot of mysteries unsolved, But yeah. So I'm thinking about doing more Teen Titans pick pieces. We'll see. Because I did talk about this on Mads' stream earlier. But I just kind of start off, or I was trying to work on. Well, I've been trying to work on it for a couple days now. Trying to work on a Beast Boy and Raven piece, as well as maybe a group shot of all 5 of the teammates. So I really want to sort of bring back the Titans a little bit. So because why not? I don't even think I've done a Starfire or Raven on my show, so I need to kind of fix that mistake or problem. Because those are two very important characters. I'll just put it that way. Yeah. Because like every season was kind of based around one main hero, or not the whole season, but like one season would kind of have a bit more of a focus on certain characters. Like first season was Robin, the second season was Terra, third was Cyborg, fourth was Raven, and then the fifth and final season was Beast Boy. And so Starfire actually never got to have her own season dedicated to her, which was a bit of a bummer because there's a lot they could have really done with that character. I'd like to see Blackfire come back. I think they were supposed to bring in her biological brother and stuff like that in the show as well, from what I remember. Yeah, there's a lot of like unanswered questions, like who was Red X all this time, Now, my theory actually is kind of a little bit different than everyone else. Everyone else says Jason Todd was Red X, but I actually think it could have been Grant Wilson, Slade's son. Maybe he's kind of going off on his own or something. Well, I thought it'd be kind of cool if it was actually Slade's son who was actually Red X. But it'd also be really cool if they brought in Rose, actually, Rose Wilson, Ravager, in the show at some point. That'd be cool too. Because there's a lot of other Titans they didn't really get around to in the show as well, like Wonder Girl, like Donna Troy, just to name a few. Superboy would be cool. All right, let's grab a C0. We'll bring in the 23 just to kind of darken some areas real quick, and then we'll kind of bring in the lighter shade to kind of finish her off, so to speak, and then we'll do her blush. Because maybe she's just looking at Cyborg once again. So she's going to be a little bit excited because she had a little bit of a thing for Cyborg in that show. And then later on, I think she had a thing for Kid Flash, Wally, when they had that little arc with her where she was kind of going down the redemption arc sort of story, which was kind of, because she started off as kind of like a villain for working for the Hive Academy. And then she eventually, once she met Wally, and I guess to an extent, Cyborg, I think, probably would have had her interaction with Cyborg probably had a hand in having her, turn away from Hive a little bit. But yeah. But yeah, it ended with her kind of joining the Titans, I think, at the very end of the show, if I'm not mistaken. Him in the tie-in comics, but that was Madame Rouge, Rose, also got introduced there as well. It's Terra's brother. Oh, okay. Yeah. Madame Rouge. Yeah. Probably intended to bring in Rose because she had. Yeah. I remember that she was actually added into the Titans Go cartoon, but I never really watched the show, to be honest. It's like I'm not. It's like I'm too old for that sort of cartoon at this point. All right. We're even dating the Titans too. Ooh, yeah. I never read the comics. I probably should though. Probably should hunt them down. Among other things, I'm trying to track down some of the Dreamwave Transformers comics from back in the day as well. It's kind of hard to find because I usually prefer to go for trade paperbacks when I'm buying a whole issue or whole series because I just kind of find it more convenient. when buying comics, but and it's really hard. It's actually really hard to find Transformers comics as well, like really older ones, because they don't reprint. So, but I would really love it if like Marvel came out with like a sort of a Transformers, like some of the older or reissue of all the older Transformers comics from the 80s. It'd be pretty cool to see. It was more focused in Young Justice. Oh yeah. I have a daughter, hence Titans Go knowledge. Thankfully, she thought Thundercats Roar was a trash. Yeah, gosh, what is up with like animation today? It's like animation used to be so freaking good for like back in the 90s, back in the 80s, and the early 2000s. Like now it's just like all shit. Like is that like that Aquaman show? Is that even still a thing now? Like. Like, wasn't there like a trailer for Aquaman and it's like never saw the light of day? So it's too horrible. Oh yeah. Well, we've already had a bunch of kitty Transformers cartoons. We had Rescue Bots, which are very kid centric. So. Let's bring up these shadows real quick. Yeah. Made fun of the 80s Roar and Go, made fun of cast members that played Panthro that's currently deceased. That's kind of a dick move. But it doesn't surprise me in this current day culture, because nowadays a lot of these newer properties are all about disrespecting the old. So it does not surprise me. Okay. You know, I think I might have forgotten to add my cool grays here. Or at least not enough. It's all good though. The one I like brought back is Green Lanterns. Yeah, there's so many I'd really love to see. Oh, okay, yeah. Another Aquaman show canceled because it was originally supposed to be it was like supposed to be a Smallville crossover or a Smallville like tie or what's the word I'm looking for? A spin-off show from for Aquaman like in the early 2000s. That's why, and that was kind of why they couldn't really use him for the Just Like Unlimited cartoon. Like that was like weird. I hated that whole thing where they had the bat embargo stuff, where it's like you couldn't use like certain characters when a movie or a show wasn't in place. Like what? Like when Chris Nolan kind of came around and did that whole thing where it's like, yeah, you can't have Batman in a TV show or in another movie because I'm doing my stuff. And it's like, what? It's like, okay, dick. So we couldn't really get anything really good with Batman until Chris Nolan finished his trilogy, essentially. Not entirely, but you know, it's kind of lame. Only thing we could really get him in is like cartoons and stuff like that. Ooh, I think I might have gone a little too harsh here. Pull back a little bit. Not like that at all. All right. Hey, Deadman, how's it going? Just fixing a little mistake, but I should be able to make it work. Yeah, because it would confuse the audience, and then they cast Brian Roth's Adam. Yeah, yeah. I just love how WB's logic works. Let's leave it for now. Okay. Now we come in with the C0 and tidy it up. Yeah, that still happens now with CW stuff. They introduced Red Death with another version of Batwoman in the. Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I saw the stupid. It's like, what are they doing? What is up with the CW stuff? Thank God I stopped watching after season 3 of The Flash. I just gave up. I was just like done with it all. I was just like, it's just too stupid. That I wasn't really liking the way they were handling Wally West in season 3 of The Flash. Didn't really think they were giving him as significant of a role as he should have had. Also, the Barry and Iris relationship was kind of weird. They're kind of adoptive brother and sister sort of thing, and they kind of and they're supposed to be a, you know, an item in the comics. So I think it got canceled. I think Batwoman I cannot talk today. Batwoman still, yeah, I think it got canceled. You know something? Hero related is trash when I won't watch it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so like the Flash show in particular, like got so repetitive and so boring. I was just like every season they had a freaking mystery villain. It was like Scooby Doo DC edition. Like, and it's like the most obvious choice ever. Like you could call it a mile away. Like I straight up called, and I also straight up called the Hunter Zolman as Zoom in the second season of The Flash. I called that shit like well before the like as soon as I think there's like an episode where they introduced like who we thought was originally Jay Garrick in that show. Once they introduced, I think there's a scene where he takes Caitlin, Killer Frost, to a park, and that's where they see like their Earth's version of Hunter Zolomon. That's when I put it together in my mind, like, oh, he's gonna be Hunter Zolomon. And then the guy in the mask hiding out in Zoom's lair, that's gonna be the real Jay Garrick. So called that shit a mile away. Not sure about Diggle as Green Lantern. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they went that route, but I haven't really watched Arrow either at all. I think I stopped at like season 4. I think it was the one with Prometheus as the villain, which is not really Prometheus because he's supposed to be a Batman villain, but. Which I really, that's one of the things that really hated about the Arrow TV shows is that they constantly use like Batman villains for Green Arrow, like Ra's al Ghul of all characters. Like of all the characters to use, why pick? It's like they took Clock King and Deadshot. Like it's like okay, they kind of make it's like okay, you can get away with that, but it's just like when you take a big Batman villain like Ra's al Ghul and make him a Green Arrow villain, that's where I have a really big problem with it. I was just like, what? It's like one of the most important villains in Batman's Rogues Gallery, and you turning him into a Green Arrow villain. Should have made the Painkiller series. That idea was dead, Mama Bear. You have to do it, but higher up said nope, and it was hinted too, but yeah. Here, it's a little bit awkward looking right here, and darken up some areas. That was a teaser at the Flash finale. Said that they had been hinting at John Diggle getting the ring. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be okay with that if the show was any good. But it's just like the CW was like really like going downhill for a while. So it's just like I just gave up on it. I was just like I just don't care enough anymore. It's like. Like Barry kept getting stupider in the Flash TV show. Like kept going back in time, screw up the timeline all the time. I was just like, get out of here, you're a dummy. It's like, have you not learned your fucking lesson? It's like, stop doing time travel. It sucks. Prick. What are you doing? All right. And I haven't even watched the Titans TV show as well either. I don't think I've watched anything DC related, honestly. I heard Stargirl was good though. I heard Stargirl was really good, but and Doom Patrol. I heard Doom Patrol was pretty good, but I'm just not really all that interested anymore. Like to me, like these characters were a lot better when they were like for me, it's like DC's been kind of dwindling for me, honestly, for a little while, ever since New 52, and you know, well, the animated movie started kind of adopting a lot of the New 52 elements as well as the live action stuff. So it's kind of been a while, really long time since I've been really actually pleasantly surprised by DC for a really long time. It's not really the characters I knew or the ones that I really resonate with me personally. So. All right, I want to add a little bit of a purplish hint to her. I think. Ooh, this looks a little awkward. Just want to make that a little less harsh of a line. No Titans since RIP DC Universe was a thing. Yeah. For $0. Oh. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Black Firework thing now. Oh, really? Oh. I'm not keeping track, so I just don't care anymore. So I'm perfectly happy with just watching my old cartoons and reading my older comics. So with those, I'm always going to be satisfied with what I believe is the proper DC universe. So at this point, I can't really get too mad, honestly. Whenever DC does something stupid, because like they've already done everything wrong. So it's just like at this point, nothing surprises me. There we go. All right. Hi, Squeaka. How's it going? I'm always surprised. None of them looked like their characters. Beast Boy wasn't green. Yeah, he just had green hair, from what I remember. Yeah, that was weird. And it's just like, you guys don't have any money for paint, for green paint, green body paint. It's like, cosplayers do this shit all the time. It's just like, how can you guys, $1 billion company or whatever, not find green paint anywhere? Is it really that hard to find? Or orange paint, for that matter, with Starfire. They just didn't even try to make it look alien in that whole show. But to me, that was enough for me to say no to the show, because like it doesn't look like the characters. It's that simple. Like the only one that looked kind of good was Robin, like costume wise, and maybe Raven. But yeah. It just looked too dark and dreary for a Teen Titans show as well. It just like had the wrong sort of tone, the wrong sort of mindset when it comes to those characters. Because the Titans should always be a very lighthearted, very inspiring, very youthful sort of series. Shouldn't be this very drab, very dark, depressing show. It's just like, and that kind of goes for all the DC universe, to be honest. Like, I don't think that sort of tone really works with DC characters. They're meant to be a bit more aspirational and hopeful. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, Blackfire too. Yeah, Warren, and she looked like a streetwalker. Oh yeah, I know the types. Trust me. I've been down to Vancouver. I know what they look like. Know exactly what you mean. A lot of that over down in the Big V, so to speak. Superboy Ball and Lex, yeah. Is that in the TV show or is that in the comics? I don't know. Because I thought he had hair in the show, but from what I saw, at least. Tornado. Ooh. You know, actually, there's a really good Red Tornado comic book or storyline. I think it was called Tornado's Path, Just League Tornado's Path. And that was a really cool storyline. And really, because it's all about, I remember it being about him regaining like a human form and whatnot, and getting and having a wife and all that. And then, but what really struck me as really cool in that storyline was when they had Solomon Grundy as sort of the main villain, because the way Grundy works is every time he dies, he comes back a little bit different. And this time when he came back extremely intelligent. Like he was a real master. Like he was the puppet master behind the whole storyline of that, the whole thing of that story. I thought it was really cool. So like it made him even more scary because now he's intelligent. Because not only can he go toe to toe with Superman, but he can also, he's extremely smart and can outthink you and all that. So I thought that was a really cool storyline with Grundy. Which is another character they should probably be using a lot of in some of the Justice League DC cartoons and stuff like that now. But actually, no, I think he showed up in one of the movies, more recent movies, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not watching that stuff. So I got no interest. The neighborhood I lived in, there were a few. Told one to dress up in sweats. Got hit on. Next time I saw her, she thanked me. Yeah. All right, I think we're done there. Oh, are they just using the colors blender? I think that works actually. All right, let's add some blush to her. I think we'll grab some V's. Not the V you're thinking of, but all right. Let's see. Yeah, not vibrant enough. Yeah, this should be fine. Just trying to see how they go on her. All right. Okay, and then coming with some lighter shades, it's going to blend that in a bit more smoothly. Tomorrowverse, yeah, I haven't watched any of it. Just have no interest in any of that stuff. You know, I need the blender. smooth out the edges here. Maybe throw you in. And that should be good enough. All right. Bruce and Clark. Wouldn't be bad. People are saying they might do a War World storyline. Yeah. All right. Just gonna touch up a few things. And I think we'll call it a wrap on her skin tones. And we'll move on to their hair, then the rest of her costume, and hopefully we can get started on the background today. If not, we'll probably just do that off camera. But I'm hoping not, because I actually want to experiment with some of my Posca pens, because I haven't really had the chance to really use them yet. So I think that with this character in particular, I think that'll be really cool to kind of experiment with, because she has a lot of electrifying sort of powers, or not literally electrifying, but you know what I mean. It's like I always like to draw characters like that, have powers that just kind of have like energy signatures and stuff like that, like Scarlet Witch or Starfire or whatever. Those are always really a lot of fun to draw. There's a lot you can do with them. There's a lot of freedom in drawing. All right. I think that'll do it for our skin tones. Move these guys off to the side. And I'll pull up all my pinks. And maybe everything down. All right. Probably her business picked up, and the cops didn't bother her as much. Ooh, nice. All right. Let's see, I've got my reference pulled up. So I have because the art I use for the thumbnail is actually kind of what I kind of replicate a little bit with her hairstyle. Kind of have some different variations of color. Kind of starting dark to light, going inwards. Hard to explain. I think we'll start off with a darker shade and then kind of work our way to lights. think that'll be the best option here. Or maybe just like a mid-tone, then kind of, yeah. All right. Start with the eyebrows. So they're hiding underneath there. Although in the cartoon, she doesn't really seem to show her eyebrows a lot. Then to get covered up by her hair, but not this time. Thanks, Devin. It's going to be stunning, very classy too. Yeah, I try to be. Although she's a bit more of a party girl, this one. At least that's kind of the vibe I get from her. So, but she's a classy party girl. So, all right. I think there should be a little bit of shadow cast right here. One right here. There we go. Oh, also be sure to follow Dadman on Twitter and YouTube, because I'll be doing a stream with him in July. We're going to talk about Transformers, which is going to be an interesting discussion, because it's because with Transformers, there's a lot that has to kind of be explained, because there's so much to the lore. There's like so many different continuities, so it kind of gets a little bit hard to explain everything, especially to someone who might not be as well versed on the lore. But it will be fun. I think it'll be a very fun discussion. So. But when it comes to lore, I always kind of like to mention Chris McFeely, the YouTube channel, because he does a really good job of kind of breaking down the lore in a very simple way and kind of explaining things in a very clear manner. Because he like covered almost everything in the franchise. Honestly, he's covered continuity, covered characters, like individual characters, as well as kind of just like, like different types of characters, like different things the characters have transformed into over the years, like the differences between like different combiners, for instance, or he's gone to like biology on Transformers and how that's kind of differed over the years. So yeah, but it should make for a really interesting discussion on Deadman's stream. And okay, so I'll have to freshen up my lore. It's been a while since I actually rewatched some of the. Well, I rewatched the cartoons a little bit last year. We were doing our diorama streams. So. But I'm just looking for an excuse to rewatch the cartoon. All right. Yeah, even in Fortnite. Yeah, I try to be classy in Fortnite as much as possible with that crew. Actually, with his teabagging. Yes. I am the master of teabagging in video games. Even if the game doesn't have the teabag controls or option, I'll find a way. to make it happen. And nobody is safe, even my teammates. No one's safe from the bags. Equal opportunity teabagger. Don't remind me of that Mads. He even does that to me. Yep. Yep. Equal opportunity. I'll discriminate. All right. Liking the shape of it. We're kind of darken some of the areas here. All right. Don't you kind of think about bringing back some of the game streams? I did a couple game streams on Twitch in I think November when Overwatch came back. But I'm thinking about doing some other games there. Gotta see, because I can't remember if the Xbox 360, if the app, the Twitch or YouTube app, it will still streamline or not. So if so, I could probably play, because that'd be the only way I could really play some of the older Transformers games. I'd love, because those are the games I really want to play on stream. Those games were hella fun back in the day. Probably one of the last really big love letters to the Transformers franchise, honestly. Like those games were. As well as the Transformers Prime cartoon, which is really good. Probably one of the last really good cartoons from Transformers. I really understood the brand and understood the characters and all that. Hella fun. Love that word. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Let's see. I'll use you. It's so harsh. But yeah, so I really wanted to get back into some of the game streams. Might do some of the Lego games actually, because I have most of the DC and Marvel games on my Xbox right now because they re-released them on Xbox One. So might play those because those games are always fun to play. Just very chilled and relaxing games. Take a little break from Fortnite, which can be a bit more intense. Power, you still here? Mads wants to know. Yeah, I'll use a little bit darker shade. I use too much. Ooh. I actually like that. These are newer pens too. Markers I got not too long ago. I haven't really had a chance to really test them out. So I don't want to draw a whole lot of pink characters, but might need to start just for the excuse to use them. Yeah, I like that. But try not to overdo it. It's one of the problems sometimes you run into when you're using a color. You go a little too far. You really shouldn't. One thing I was kind of had to learn along the way of using these guys. Less is more. Yeah, it's starting to really pop now. for fresh out. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that should be good for that. And I'll kind of come in with a lighter shade. Just kind of blend it in seamlessly, as much as I can. There'll be a little bit of the white highlights. One problem I always kind of run into is I always kind of get rid of the highlights when I shouldn't. Especially with a character like with this kind of a very bright, sort of vibrant hairstyle, you want to keep a lot of the highlights in. Which we can always kind of bring back in with some jelly rolls and stuff like that. Oh. Oh, Jamie Foxx is on it, yeah. Heard he's out of the hospital now. Yeah, I heard he was like on the deathbed or something like that. But seems like he's gonna be fine. For now. For now. All right, I think I'm good with that. Might add just a little bit darker shade. We'll have this one though. It's a little too reddish for my liking. Or let's see how it looks with this other shade. Yeah, never really go for a reddish. I'll go for straight up pink. Look at this guy. Yeah, it works. Trying to keep the ends here a little bit lighter. Just because light would be shining on those tips a bit more, I think. Maybe I fear the worst. Yeah. Oh yeah, we probably did a number on her with our Fortnite stream yesterday. Sad I missed this for me as well. All right, that should be good enough for now. So we'll kind of tidy her up a bit more. Actually, you know what? I might use this just for the eyebrows. just a little bit darker. There we go. Hey, Grumpy. What's going on, man? I'm going to check out the poll real quick, see what's happening. Because last time I checked that the Brotherhood of Evil was spanking everybody. Yeah, no. Oh, wow. Slade. Wow, that's really interesting, actually. That Slade and Trigon aren't getting as much love. I thought for sure Slade would be #1, but nope. Hive and the Brotherhood of Evil are kind of kicking their ass. Yeah. Actually, Trigon's a character I really would like to draw, actually. Seems like a really, really fun character to draw. It's actually cool, actually, in that one DC game where we actually got to play as Trigon, and he could grow big and stuff like that. And you can actually walk around like as a big ass Trigon in that DC Villains game. That was really cool. I have to play that game as well. That game was a lot of fun. Those DC Lego games are so much fun to play. I also really like the third one, especially because you have to play all the lantern characters and go to all the different land worlds. And that was really cool. Yeah, we have to make this a stream at some point. Gotta play through all the Lego Batman and Marvel games, maybe. So, come on and play with Sonny and me sometime. Yeah. I thought you played Fortnite for a little bit. All right, let's get some purples in here because we are done with the hair. We gotta get the costume going. Real quick, take care of the eyes because their eyes are pink, so I might as well grab them while I'm here. All right. All right. Oh, and I think her lips are in the cartoon. She doesn't really have lips, but in the art I used for the thumbnail does. So I think we should go with pink for that as well. Might just hit Brotherhood of Evil and hit Slade by accident. Oh, well, in that case, Slade's getting his ass whooped thoroughly in this poll. All right. Well, it was obviously a pity vote. Yeah. Yeah, Slade was a really good villain in that show. It was really, really good villain. He was awesome in that show. Ron Perlman did a really good job of voicing him as well. He was actually going to be playing, I think he's going to be playing Optimus Primal in the new Transformers movie, which I'm probably not going to see, honestly, at this point. Just too many red flags for me to commit to that movie. Keep sliding on me. I don't really know where those yellowy sort of effects coming from on our lips here. A little awkward. Oh well. Yeah, it should be fine. All right. Let's leave it for now, and then we'll come back to it later. Okay, so I gotta kind of figure out which parts are purple, which parts are black on her costume. Okay, well, she has black. Well, she has purple highlights in her costume, so I'm probably gonna do that as well. Okay, so it's a necklace, little shirt thing, whatever it's called. It's teenagers, man. All right, some little buttons here, purple. Parts of her tights or whatever they're called, leggings. Just gonna map out which parts want to be colored in. Not too worried about this area because it's going to be blacked out anyway, so not to really worry as much. Yeah, I am pit on the new Transformers movie. So not for kid stuff, it's slated to be in it. Yeah. One thing my kids see it, I just show them the yep, exactly. Just show them the animated cartoon and you're good to go. That's all they need to see. The Transformers. So I just watch the cartoon. It's better. See her necklace thing, or not a necklace, but a collar, I guess. It's purple here, but then I think it's black here. So, no, we'll worry about that afterwards. Just grab this real quick. Gonna add a little bit there. I think she has purple fingernails. They don't show on the cartoon model. Let's go purple. Joker, Megatron. Yeah, same thing. Joker, whatever. Sanely enough. Either before or after you is when I am hoping to stream regularly once I can actually figure it out. But just a bet to be connected at the midnight. Gotcha. right. So all the undershirt here can kind of be all purpled out. It's going to be all shadowed and stuff. Just trying to decide how much it should have. Okay. It's a ridiculous schedule change. Wiggins back, but with more volume, so I can't get to bed till people have been asleep for hours. That sucks, man. Lived in chokers. Well, the retro aesthetic, yeah. Don't think she has a colorful nail, but arts like to give her flamingo pink one sometimes, yeah. Well, the art I was kind of referencing kind of purple ones, so I'm going with that. I think it stands out a little bit more because her skin's a lot more lighter. I think it'll pop out a bit more. All right. I gotta find a color to match this one. Nope, too pinkish. Needs to be a bit more deeper for purple. Yeah, that works. Might cool too. Chokers are cool too. I used to put them on too many characters back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, but Chick has a choker. I mean, she likes it rough. That's kind of what I got from that. Yeah, I'll leave a little bit of highlight there. Everybody squad or crew. Yeah. Well, that's why my time-lapse videos exist, so that people can watch the drawing in progress sped up. So you have to listen to my voice for an hour. Unless you like my voice, then by all means, keep watching. That's my algorithm. But considering I have 6 viewers, I think my voice is just fine. I played the 5th on that, Megatron. All right. Well, thank you, Mads. Just trying to add little streaks of the cloth. Doesn't really strike me as like a sort of a very vibrant, like one that kind of catch a lot of light. What I'm seeing here, it seems like a very opaque sort of a color, not really something that would really shine too much. Opaque, whatever. I don't know what the best word to describe it, but. All right, let's go there. Okay, let's bring back the fluorescent something violet. Same color I used for Daphne, actually, because it was pretty much perfect for her, for the color of her dress. So, pretty much made for her. You know what? I missed this area. Now we'll grab it after. Let's get the, I guess, dress thing. I don't know what to call it. Okay, now we can add in using. Oh. Let's see. Okay.
Until I'm behind on my bite-sized videos. Finally getting to Valentine's Day. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Hands are improving. Thanks. Yeah, I've actually I kind of felt a little bit rusty lately because I haven't really been able to draw too much this week. But yeah, I'm starting to get back into it a bit better. Just been working a week. Don't have time for much drawing this past couple of days. I'll take care of the rest in when I do the gray tones. So we'll kind of move into the blacks now. Oh wait, I forgot. A little necklace thing. Do that. I might just use this one color for. Yeah, sounds like you need a refill. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm probably by myself. They're moving in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's weird how the system's kind of working now. I'll tidy that up once I get to the final inks. Just kind of tidy it up a bit. That's why I kind of haven't really finished up the eyes a little bit. Like some of the eyes are a little bit off a little bit because one thing I kind of learned is that you want to use less inks when you're going to do some coloring. Just helps prevent smearing of ink. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? 4:37. Should move pretty fast. Almost 2 hours now, actually. All right. Start with the best, because why not? this arm real quick. Should be a shadow casting there. Okay. Have this highlight continuing down here, as well as kind of around there. Just more YouTube shenaniganery. Gotta keep going for the love of it. Yeah, exactly. Just do it if you want to do it. That's kind of how I roll. Okay, so you get a little bit on her leggings. Just kind of do that. Okay. All right, now we can do the highlights.
which is quite true. Part of the pain and gain, I guess. Yeah. I try not to think about how many subscribers I have. Just focus on the art, focus on drawing, and hopefully one day your art will get better, and then more and more people will start to notice you, and hopefully that will outweigh some of the shenanigans on YouTube's end. I probably could just color it all in purple, honestly, now that I think about it. Oh well. And then just did the black on top of her, so to speak. Grab her hair bands, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen a chick with these before. Although I could be surprised one day. So I'm just gonna call it a hairband. Yes, I did. I remember everything. I have the. It's kind of hard to forget. You have the reference right in front of you. So I have both the fan art as well as the actual cartoon model pulled out. That's kind of how I usually have my sort of reference out. So I have the original as well as something I'm trying to replicate, like maybe for a more modern sort of look, for lack of better terms. Like for this one in particular, I'm using kind of the hair and for specifically for sort of the reference of her hair here. Just gonna add a bit more texture, whatnot, make it look more fancy. Finally sitting down and working on Chibi 10. Ooh, nice. There are still 2 more drawing to go, which I have to do in a larger sketch pad, but yeah, go for it. Okay, now I need some darker shades. 10. Oh, this hair must be so obnoxious to draw since it's so different. Not really. It was actually pretty simple to draw, honestly. Wasn't too difficult. 10. Death, rage, fear, will, hope, passion, love, and life. Greed, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's 9. Unless you're going with the new ultraviolet lantern that was created in one of the Justice League books, I think. Well, a Phantom Lantern. Which was kind of a dumb idea, not gonna lie. Never really understood the idea of a Green Lantern ring or a lantern ring that was kind of like a mood ring almost. I never really understood the point of it. Because like if you could have any Green Lantern ring, the one you'd want is either green or it'd be life. Or maybe the blue one. But the rest are one, like a lot of them have a lot of serious consequences if you use them, you know, for your body as well as your mind. So the one you'd want to have is ideally would be the green or white lantern ring. But even then, with the white lantern ring, you have to master all the emotions. So the idea that it would kind of create one that's like, oh, well, you're angry right now, then you get to use the red lantern powers, or if you're greedy now, and you got the orange lantern powers. It was like, it's a little bit of a weird idea. That's new to me. Done to 9. Oh, it's 10 only because I am also using. Oh, okay. So you're getting paralyzed. Gotcha. Yeah, because I was like, oh, there's 9. Supposed to be 9. All right. Let's get some gray tones in here now. Darken her up, so to speak. I made that a little bit too dark there. Oh well. But you know it works. And we'll go back in with some purple, kind of tidy that up. But we gotta be consistent on this side. Otherwise, it's a little awkward. All right.
back here. Okay, I think we're good to go now. Was less than poorly used and oh yeah. Yeah, there's been no fucking fart cloud in that movie. What the hell they were thinking. It's like why would you use parallax in the very first Green Lantern movie too? And it's like I haven't killed off. It's like, oh, what the hell are you doing? What are you guys doing? It's like it's supposed to be an entity and all that. It was weird. All right. Let's grab some fan art. Let's use this reference earlier. I think I'm going to go for like a bright sort of bluish green sort of background behind her. I think that'll look good. Let's see. Call that a fart cloud. Yeah, that's what I call it. Chill stream that I can look to and pay bills. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there were more of them than lantern types, so I wasn't sure I'd get them all. Yeah. Just trying to see how I want to do the little effect here around her. Because she has a very specific shape to her when she uses her powers. Just trying to see how it will go around. It's kind of like this sort of shape. Maybe like that. Yeah, this should be fun. Okay, just erase it. So now we have the idea in mind. All right, we make the pinks. Here, put the purples away. See how much we get done for the build for the background. I think I'll go to like 5:30, 5:40ish. So I at least want to get some of the effects going on. They look kind of called a wrap. Fantastic Four sequel. Yeah. Got me started on that Fan Four-Stick movie. It was awful. Awful. Yeah, that'll work. see. Okay. Need a harsher color now. Kind of get lighter around here. Okay. Now I'm going to start bringing some blues. All right. Might need you as well. Maybe you. Okay. One thing good about the I'm missing a lot of things. Anyway, Hulk movie. Ben Grimm found a new lady in that verse. Ooh. Yeah, made him a dust cloud. Oh no, not oh the other Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, the 2001s. Yeah, did the same thing with him with Galactus. Big fart cloud. You know, that's one thing I'll give the new Transformers movie. They at least didn't turn Unicron into a fart cloud as well. It's like, it's lame. Make them the big giants that we gotta fight at least. It's cool. I think I'm gonna go too crazy with the background here. Let's keep it very simple. For now, anyways. What time is it? 5:08. Yeah, I think I'll go until I get all this blue in, and then maybe I'll do some touch-ups. I kind of want to keep the edges kind of white, so I'm just kind of going towards the edges with the way I'm kind of doing that. But it sounds like it's going to need a refill pretty soon. Yeah, Doom made a great evil devil and Charmed. Must have had the same issues as Jessica Alba. Yeah. Yeah, how did they get so progressively worse with Doctor Doom in the movies? It's like, I mean, I don't really remember him too much in the very first movies, but at least he actually looked somewhat like Doctor Doom. And then it's like in the Fan Four Stick, they made him look like a trash bag dork. I was like, what the hell? And he's just some nerdy ass sort of tech guy or whatever. It's just like, he's supposed to be a ruler of an entire freaking country or whatever. He's supposed to be like all powerful and shit. It's like, nah, he's just a nerd. Some nerd. Some dork. It's like, oh, this Doctor Doom. Most Doctor Doom has ever looked like himself is in the Roger Corman movie. Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, if he was a tech guy and lightning powers. Yeah, that's all I was in the movie. I was like, really? This is the big bad? Like, he's supposed to be one of the most powerful villains in the whole Marvel universe. And it's just like, that's it. You know, it's kind of like when they made Ares, kind of that skinny British dude in the Wonder Woman movie. It's like, really? This is the God of War? Like, in the animated movie, he was really cool in the animated movie. You know, this is big, built dude with silver hair and shit. Like, that was peak Ares. Voiced by Alfred Molina as well. Like, and it's like, the movie is just like, oh, he's just some skinny British guy. Which, I mean, maybe I think that he would have probably made for a better, like, Felix Faust or something like that instead of an Ares. Like, I don't know. Didn't really buy him as the God of War. Brought back the Dead 2. Those movies were totally miscast. Chickless. Is that the guy who played, what's his name? Ben Grimm? Or is that, what's his name? Reed Richards. I can't remember. I don't really remember too many actors' names, to be honest. Don't care too much. Because they kind of are. So it kind of seemed like everyone was kind of cast very well, really well in the movie, aside from like Jessica Alba, who didn't really feel like she fit the role of Stu. But yeah. Sadly, he passed away a long time ago. Yeah. Amazon Beast. RedBubble fan, it was awkward seeing Professor Lupin as Ares. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that he would have been a really good Felix Faust, honestly. He really had that sort of creepy factor to him. But not really for Ares. I think Ares should be a bit more built, a bit more. Should be a big boy. Big boy. Not that he played the role horribly, it was just not really, physically, I don't think it really looked like the God of War should be. I mean, it was kind of cool to see him, like how he was able to form his costume, like with just metal around him. But that's about it. I feel like Ares should have been in the movie a bit more as well. Like, I feel like he should have had a bigger presence in the film, rather than just being a mystery. I think that maybe it'd be, and obviously they want to have this like sort of mystery who Ares is, but like I think they could have still done that by still having him, like maybe there could have been a scene where we see Ares in full armor fighting Wonder Woman or something like that, like, and then come back later on for the final battle, and that's where they kind of reveal who he really is or whatever. Supposed to be, yeah. Skim Smith was perfect. Yeah. He's supposed to be a big boy, like in the animated movie. Although in the animated movie, I wasn't really happy with his armored like look. Kind of looked a little awkward. I always kind of preferred like the black and the blue design for Ares' armor. I think that was the coolest. Just kind of where you can't really see his face. All you can see is his red eyes. Like, just has a sort of a Darth Vader sort of vibe to him. I thought it was really cool. Hope the current DC team doesn't do Grey Goose. They'll make it 40. Yeah. Norman Mays would make a good. Oh, maybe. I'm not really the best when it comes to casting. Don't really know a whole lot of actors, but anyone who's built like a tank and has silver hair should play Ares. That's my answer. Or black hair, because I think he had black hair in the Justice League cartoon, so I'll be fine with that as well. I also didn't really like that they kind of made him a bit more of a sympathetic villain. Not really sympathetic, but they tried to make him a little bit sympathetic with his goals anyways. It's like that's not really how Ares kind of was. He was just kind of evil because he wanted to be evil, you know. At least that's how I kind of remember the character. Never really saw him as being someone who had that sense of nobility, at least not to that extent. Like, I don't know. Just the way they were kind of portraying didn't really work for me as well. Gotta tell you, based on what this DC team has put forth so far, I'm out. Trailers of any sort are supposed to entice you. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Big, built, and handsome. With blonde, if I remember. Really? I can't remember for the life of me. I thought he had darker hair in the cartoon, if I remember. Maybe I might be thinking of two different things. Cause in the animated movie he had silver hair, but I think in the animated series I think he had darker hair. Either way, he has to be built like a tank. Robert England. Oh, Felix Faust, yeah. Yeah. And should be blondes. Yeah. That's true. Oh well. Well, to be fair, Wonder Woman was given life by the gods and stuff like that, so oh, you know what? You get a brunette. But yeah, I don't think I've even seen any of the Flash trailers or stuff. I'm just not interested at all. It's just like the only real reason to go see this movie is to see Michael Keaton, and it's just like I don't really need to see this movie to see Michael Keaton as Batman, because the 1989 and the Batman Returns movie still exists. So if I really need to see Michael Keaton again, I can just watch those movies. Don't need anything new. They're probably gonna butcher them anyways. His own story, so not worth the price of seeing two freaking Ezra Millers on screen at the same time. It's like I can't stand one of you, not to deal with fucking two of you. So I no, thank you. Zeus without anything, everything. Yep. Men, gentlemen prefer blondes, but guys prefer brunettes. Yeah. Well, I must be a god then, because I like my brunettes a little bit more than blondes. So, yeah. Blows my mind the moment he started talking younger Superman, tried to open up again, and then he trapped it shut with that stupid video of what he wants to make. Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that they're using Tom King especially is not a good sign at all. It's like go. I don't know. I don't know what their fucking plan is. All I know is I don't want any part of it. I don't care. Okay. Give me John West shit every day. Oh yeah. You know what? At this point, I'd much rather that. Just bring back the old guys. You know, bring back Keaton, Linda Carter, get John West's ship, get Nathan Fillion, and I guess for Superman, you'd probably go with like something like Brandon Routh. He's getting a little bit older, but yeah, do that movie. Do that Justice League movie. And I'll be there in full swing, possibly. I still think that Brandon Routh should get a second chance at Superman. I mean, kind of did with the CW, but I think that he should really get his own movie once again. To me, he's like probably my favorite live action Superman aside from Christopher Reeves. Yeah, that was really cool when they actually had him come back, but as Jay Garrick. That was really cool when they had him. That was like perfect. And his father, no less. That was actually probably the best parts of the CWs when they actually did stuff like that. That was cool. It'd be even cooler if they got Nathan Fillion to play like an Alan Scott or something like that, but because he is kind of getting a little bit older. But then again, he doesn't really have blonde hair, so I'm not sure how you work that out. But yeah, this is what is why bagels have holes. Probably more of a hoe than Loki. Yeah, the god of hoes. That's Zeus. Okay. Pick up some jelly rolls. Poscas, see if I actually want to use them or not. Let's see. Just make it a bit more vibrant. First time really using them, so they're all right. That's why Crisis on Infinite Earths pissed me off. Got off my flash, yeah. Yeah. I heard that they kind of killed off Brendan Routh's universe. Like the whole timeline got kind of scrubbed or whatever. Yeah. Among other things. She kind of adds some streaks to the hair. Just kind of add some little pops of color. I think I'm pretty much done for the background. I don't want to go too crazy with it. No. Let me just see real quick. Energy signature. She's going to get this off. Yeah. trying to think here. Touch up this.
Where's my white jelly rolls? Fuck. I had them not too long ago.
There we go. Got outliner for now, so I come up with some ideas. Kind of want to put some little energy signatures here. I have to think it out. Mm. This should work. Probably the right shade. That might. Kind of works. Trickster was fun. Yeah, that was cool when they brought in Mark Hamill to play the Trickster, and that was probably the first two seasons of The Flash were pretty good. You know, those were probably the best parts when they actually brought back some older actors to play some more iconic roles. All right. Yeah, what can I just add some little white strands here. Just kind of add some extra highlights. Just a little bit. Don't want to get too carried away. Okay. Just got a little signature there. Do not let it dry. I don't want to ruin my markers. I don't exactly want to ruin my Copics. So let that dry for a minute. All right. Just adding little touches of detail. Full Clark punching CW wax with justice. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum actually should probably play, should come back as Lex. That'd be kind of cool. He's probably one of the best, better versions of Lex in live action. Time is it? 5:42. Yeah. I think I call it a wrap pretty soon. All right, this is all dried up. All right, I think that'll be just about it. So let's just go ahead and sign my name or initials. And boom. Oh, you know what? Gotta fix up the inks as well. Not yet done. Gotta fix up the eyes. I believe she has kind of like almost like a snake eyes, honestly, to her. She has like the little line down her eyes there. go something like this. Hold on. There we go. Now we'll kind of just finish off the eyes. Just want to touch up the inks. And then we can call her red. Does she have earrings? Nope. She strikes me as a girl who would probably wear some earrings, but since it's not in the cartoon, we're not going to do it because we are accurate. As much as possible. All right. This could also use a bit of a highlight. So I turn on the books and the fans. No worries, man. No worries. Almost done. Just tightening her up. almost there. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing next week. I'll have to check to see, because I'm not sure which pieces are ready for colors just yet. I might try, I actually, oh no, I can't do Wonder Woman because it's going to be watercolor. I need to get new brushes for that. So I can't do Wonder Woman yet. So I think, yeah, I'll figure it out once we get there. But yeah, for more stuff that's going to happen on the channel, obviously, if you follow me on Twitter, I kind of posted some updates for some possible new diorama videos coming soon, hopefully. Because I got some new foam, and I've kind of been working on sort of the next diorama, which will be the coronation scene from the '86 movie for the Galvatron crew. Originally, I thought to do the planet Thrall. It's not really a planet. It was kind of like from the looks of it, it was kind of like more of a meteorite with some like lava in it. That's where Galvatron kind of landed at the end of the '86 movie. I thought that would make for a really cool diorama for him personally, because I thought that, it made more sense, or rather, it would add more sort of variety to the shelves. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that, yeah, it probably should be the coronation scene, the one with the throne room, because that's kind of, because the part where he kills Starscream is probably the most iconic moment in his history in the animation and whatnot. So I kind of think that, yeah, it probably should be that scene. But who knows? Maybe we could do more Cybertronian planets one day if my collection expands to that point. One day in the future, possibly. Also on the channel, I'll be doing possibly some Lego building streams pretty soon, actually, as well, because I just, for those who missed the last stream, I kind of talked about how I was building a next mansion. Or rather, I built the next mansion on Studio 2.0, which is a program created by Bricklink, where you can basically build Lego online, and then you can it'll basically tell you how many parts you need for which colors or whatever and such. And it'll actually let you know which colors are actually unavailable or not, which is pretty cool. Like in a certain color, like if you want like a certain piece in like a blue or a certain color, a certain shade of blue or something like that, it'll tell you if it's available or not. So, and you can also make your own instructions for this stuff. So now, hopefully, my instructions aren't as horrible as I can't remember, because it's been a while since I've looked at my own instructions for the X Mansion. So hopefully, it isn't a pain in the ass to put together. But yeah, it's gonna be coming up pretty soon, because I just have 5 more orders that need to arrive before I can get started on it. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks, Dan, man. Yeah. Thank you, Mats. Thank you, Power. All right. I'll fix up the arm right here. But yeah, more Lego. Yeah, we gotta do some Lego streams at some point. Because yeah, we could always do some variety on the channel. Do something new every now and then. Keep things interesting. Who knows? Maybe I could do like a stream where I'm like just working on the computer using Studio. One problem with that would be is because Studio kind of freezes on me sometimes. It might be a little bit difficult to do that, but yeah, we'll see. It'd probably just make things a lot more frustrating too. So I've also been working on a Titan's Tower actually on the computer. So if you're kind of trying to model a little bit, at least some of the rooms, at least kind of trying to model them after the actual rooms from the cartoon. So maybe I'll show that off as well someday. I haven't really finished it yet because I did Cyborg's room, I did Beast Boy's room, and then I did Terra's room, and then I think I stopped at Raven's room. I haven't really gotten around to it yet. Legos, yeah. Curses the bullshit that Slade Vit. That's all need. Oh. Wait, what happened? Did the stream do something weird or what's happening? Oh, the poll. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh shit! Yeah, Slade is winning the poll by a landslide. Almost, not by a landslide, but yeah. I always forget about my damn polls, so to speak. All right, just add a little bit of detail into the thing here. Sorry, cheats. Yeah, you just cheated. You know, it was one of Slade's robots that came in and voted because he had a bunch of like robot versions of himself in the cartoon. It was a Slade bot. All right. I think we're almost done here. I'll touch up the hair here real quick. Keep saying we're almost done, then I have to edit some other part of the piece here. Yeah. That's kind of how art works. You think you're done, but you're not. I'll just finish it off here. No, finish off the hair and then I'll color wrap. How about that? That should be good enough. Oh, and I need the highlights in her eye. Right there.
thing.
Yeah, I can't find it right now. Too late.
Where's my damn highlighter?
There it is. One more detail and then we're done. Just want to add a little thicker dots of death. I don't know. Just add a little bit extra detail. All right, now we're done. One more line. Yeah. You've been hanging around me too much. Those pulls, exactly. All right, well, I guess we better end this poll because I always forget my own polls. But there's our girl Jinx. Oh, the camera's just set. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I think she turned out pretty well. Let's see. Pull the YouTube feed, and it seems like Slade took the victory here. No love for Trigon. No love. Red Lives Matter. No love for Trigon. But yeah, Slade came in with the victory at the end there. I didn't even notice that. We got Brainiac. Oh, oh, Brainiac would be a cool. That would be a cool film to draw, actually. Yeah, might have to put him in the list of things to do. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna call it a wrap here. Hold on, I gotta move that. Can you not get in the way? Thank you. Brainiac. Oh, I think it was the Brain in Teen Titans, not Brainiac. It was a little bit different character. Similar though, similar character, but on that note, I think I'm gonna call it a wrap here, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for stopping by. We had a pretty big turnout actually today. I'm actually pretty impressed by myself. We have Grumpy, we have Mads, we have Power, Dadman. I saw Corey earlier, so it's great to see you all as always. And yeah, let's find us a clip to end us off on. Let's see here. What do we want? You know what? Since we were talking about teabagging earlier, we'll do some teabag clips from my past streams with other people, namely Mrs. or Mara Jade on Twitch. So go follow her, or Jade Shadow rather, as well as on Kick, YouTube, and all that. So on that note, I will see you guys later. And yeah, and let's get it pulled up.
God damn it! God damn it!
Game over.
I was trying to... Darth Megatron, you were teabagging me. What the... Oh! Oh, you... Were you teabagging? Were you teabagging him, Megatron? Because all I see through this scope is teabagging, and you go down.
No further questions.
Your Honor, can I say something?
You may.
You know those people, ones that put down people like
Teabagged.
I want you to know that I do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade, it's an act. It's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy, okay? I know what I did. I know who I am. And I do not need your help. I'm smack dab in the middle of my right goddamn mind, and any scumbag, any lowlife, any
camping
piece of shit that I
teabag
did it because I liked
Order.
it. Hell, I loved it. I'm sitting here, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch. You people, you call me
the teabag king, the big dick teabag king.
Here I am. You want it? Remove the whip.
I am the teabag king.
I'm right here. You want it? I'll give it to you. And anybody who came here today, hear me whine, hear me beg, you can kiss my ass. You hear me? I'm guilty. I plead, Judge. I'm guilty. You hear me? I'm guilty.
I'll teabag every one of them. I'll teabag every single one.
The Transformers will return after these messages.